Will the Mop Vac clean the mess before the kids get home? Can it do it in one pass? Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion.
Now, one thing I don't talk about here on my videos is how much prep it takes to get my kitchen clean to prepare for these videos. Now, I do have robot mops that go around and clean the floor, but sometimes those take hours to clean the floor. So I want to find a solution that is able to be quick and clean in the home. So today we're going to be checking out the Roborock F25 Series, as well as the Roborock F25 ACE. Thanks so much to Roborock for sponsoring this video. Let's get started. I've now unboxed both of these. Let's check out what's inside. So first here we have the wet dry Mop Vac. So that's what these are. They're gonna clean your nice hardwood floors and vacuum them, get them mopped at the same time. Here we have the drying and cleaning station that is able to heat up the pad. Here you have the handle. So let's just go ahead and get it inserted right now. Oh, it goes this way. Easy peasy. And then here we have inside, this is the roller pad. So we have our water tank right there. And then let's go ahead and remove this. And then we have the roller brush right here. These are going to be easy to replace if you ever need to do that after so much usage. All I need to do is pop it on the side there and it locks into place just like that. Then here we have a display screen that's going to show you what's going on. And then here you have your dirty water tank with a dry filter on the top, and it actually comes with an extra filter there. Here we have some detergent that we can use, so it automatically is able to dispense that. And on the ACE model, we'll be able to use an app to determine how much is coming out. And then here you have some instructions, which it's so easy, we don't really need those. And then we have the power cord for the drying station right here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the ACE model set up as well. So on here, the main difference on the water tank is this has the auto dispenser for the detergent. So it has its own little thing, and in the app, we'll be able to adjust how much is going to dispense there. Now, the main difference you'll see here between the F25 and the ACE is the massive wheels that the ACE has here on the back. Now this is for the SlideTec 2.0 feature that allows it to glide forward and back and twist left and right super seamlessly. So let's go ahead, get this filled up with water and start cleaning. Let's fill these up. Just attaches like so. Now we're ready to clean. Go ahead and put some of the cleaning solution in here. Now, 1 capful of this is good for 4 liters of water. And here, I'm guessing it's about 1 liter. So I'm just gonna put a little bit right in here. So right now it's vacuuming and getting water onto the mop pad at the same time to clean. And you can see how quickly I can go around the floor. So right here on the top, I have a button to change the mode. It's set to auto. If I push it 1 time, that goes to max mode. You can hear it really start the suction power, picking that up. Then we go to eco mode. The battery's gonna last a really long time here. And then we have sponge mode. So maybe water or milk just spilled all over the floor. Pull this out, turn on sponge mode, get that cleaned up really quick. Then you would turn it to auto mode and go through and clean the floor. And if I need to take a break, I can just push the power button. It then stops. I could sit it here, pick up whatever's on the floor, and then I can get back to cleaning. And to have it lay down, you do need to just give it a little push down there and then push the button to start the cleaning. Now, what makes this clean so well is inside there are what's called JawScrapers. And we're gonna take a close look at those, but first let me show you how you can remove this roller. Over on the side, there's a little latch that you can pull out, and then you just need to pull that and it removes the roller brush. So you could go through and clean this if there's anything in there. But as what's happening is inside here, we have the JawScrapers. So getting really close into here, you can see this little comb, and that is the JawScraper. So there's 141 of those that as the roller brush is moving around, this is making it clean, scraping it as it goes, removing any hair. It's gonna have 0 tangling hair on here. And then it's also able to put a constant pressure on the brush to scrape any water out of it. So this is going to really help with any hair getting tangled, any dirt and dirty water staying in the brush, and removing that all into the dust tank. Now let's take a look at how it cleans up hair without getting tangled on the brush. Wow, how do you like my new cut? Now, one of the problems we face in the home is I have 4 girls living here and they all have really long hair, and getting hair off the bathroom floor is very difficult to do. So let's go ahead and put the zero tangling design to the test. Now, it's especially difficult to clean up when it's all wet. So let's get some water on here before we start the cleaning. That should do. All right, let's give it a go. There, it sucked it all right up off the floor, and there, anything that was stuck on the floor because it was wet is being picked up. There's none left on the floor. And as you keep cleaning, it's going to use the jaw scraper to then clean it off the brush and put it into the dirty water tank. Let's see if we have any left over. Just pulling this up. Things are looking pretty good so far. There on the brush, there is no residual hair. And then even up in here, the jaw scrapers did their job, getting it off the brush and into the dirty tank. Another benefit of the F25 series is the large capacity tank to be able to clean up the entire floor. My kids made a huge mess, let's get it cleaned up. Let's see if the jaw scraper did its job, and it definitely did. This had no problem cleaning up a heavy amount of dirt on the floor. You can see everything is super clean, and it's all here in the dirt bin ready to be cleaned out. There's a really cool feature on this that allows you to get closer to the edge of your cabinets than any other roller mop like this I've seen because of the edge-to-edge reach. That means you're going to be able to get right up next to the edge. Some other roller mops have the wheel right there, so you can't get all the way to the edge on both sides. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to show you how we have FlatReach 2.0 that can get this super low and clean under the couch over here.
Oh no, Dad, I spilled.
And when the kids spill their cereal right next to the cabinet here, the edge-to-edge cleaning is so handy. It's right next to the edge. It was able to pull in all that cereal and milk, and then going by a second time here, it got right into the edge there, sucking in all the milk, so there's nothing left over, and we are done cleaning. That did an amazing job. And here with the edge-to-edge cleaning, I'm able to get right up to the edge of under the cabinet, well, as close as the cabinet allows me to get. And then right next to the island, I'm able to get it right up to the edge, so we have no spots left over when I'm done cleaning. Now let's check out FlatReach 2.0. So one really cool thing about this is right on the back of the handle, it has a wheel. So when you lay this all the way down to the floor, that wheel can rest on the floor and you can get all the way under your couch. Because I know you've never moved this couch to actually clean, or we've never moved it here. So this is gonna be so cool to actually mop under there. Let's give it a go. So all we need to do, lean it down all the way. Look at how low that goes. That is amazing. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Now the height of the mop at this point is 4.9 inches or 12.5 centimeters. So this can get very low to the ground. Now this also increases the dirty water tank capacity to 600 milliliters. When this is lying flat, there is also no reduction in power like I've seen on other wet dry Mop Vacs. Wow, that has never been easier to clean under the couches and other chairs that I have around the floor. One great thing about the F25 series of robots is they have 20,000 pascals of suction power. So anything that you have on your floor, dirt, crumbs, yogurt, it's going to be able to pick those up. Now let's talk DirtTec Smart Sensor. So this is how it is able to know if your floors are clean or dirty. Built into here is an infrared receiver as well as an emitter. So as the dirt comes through the vacuum, it's going to tell you if it's dirty or clean. Right here on the display, you'll see a little red light letting you know it's still dirty. So right there, I saw the red light on the top glow. Look at how quick and easy it picks up this. So simple. Even thick, gross yogurt. So there, as it's picking up the yogurt on the floor, you can see the bar turned red, indicating there's dirt. So we know we need to keep cleaning this area. And as less dirt's there, it starts to turn more blue until the red goes away. all clean. When we are done cleaning, we can now bring it back to the base station where it's going to automatically clean everything. It's going to also heat up the water to 194 degrees to have it be 99.99% bacteria free. And all it takes is the push of a button. So just rest it on here. And then right here, we have the cleaning button. It will tell us it's charging. Press the button.
Self-cleaning is starting, followed by quiet drying.
To empty the water tank, you just need to kind of hold the bottom and pull off the top, and it comes out just like that. And there's some filters in there, but everything goes into the one tank, and then you can see how much we have picked up. So glad that's not on the floor. And here at the top, you do have the dry filter that you could clean out if necessary. Now that we've cleaned the water tank and the cleaning of the brush is done, which it's super warm, that's nice to know that all the bacteria has been cleaned there. Now all we need to do is refill the water tank, get it charged up, and we'll be ready for next time. But let's go ahead and jump to the F25 ACE and see what are the benefits of using that device over the F25. Now, if you're looking for something that has a little bit more features than the F25 series, we have the F25 ACE that adds an auto detergent dispenser as well as some really cool push and pull features that make this super easy to use. Let's go ahead, pull off the water tank and fill up that auto detergent dispenser. Right here in the water tank, you have the auto dispenser for the detergent. Now this is 100 milliliters that you can fill this up. And so we're just going to put that down here and fill up the floor cleaning solution. Now this allows you to use the app to choose what the rate is for the dispensing rate. And no matter what you do, it's going to last at least 30 days until you have to fill this back up. Spilled just a little bit there. There you can see we used about half of the detergent there. So now we just put that on. Let's now download the Roborock app and get this set up. After putting it back on the charging dock, it updated the software and now we have the F25 ACE here in the app. Let's see what it can do. So right now it's showing a battery level. Here you can change the mode it has, and then you have different options for each mode. So we have a smart active drive wheels. We can have them be mild, moderate, or intense. We have the suction force, so you can set it to gentle, balanced, or turbo. You have water level where you can have it be low, medium, or high, depending on the dirtiness of your floor. And then you have the roller speed, you have slow or fast. Now down here at the bottom, we have the option to change the detergent level, so you can have it use a higher amount of detergent to have your floors be a little more cleaner and smell nicer, or if it's just an average every day, you can change it down to low, or if you don't currently need it, you can set it to off. So that's just adjusting the ratio of the detergent that is going into the cleaning. Now we also get a few more options when we do dock this on the charger. Now that we're on the charger, we have some custom cleaning options. So we can have the self-cleaning mode be more balanced, smart, or deep. We can go from self-cleaning water temperature to room temperature, or high, which again goes up to that 194 degrees, keeping it at a safe level and not damaging the brush at all. Here we have auto self-cleaning. So as soon as you put it back on the dock, it's going to automatically go through the self-cleaning. And then here you have drying duration. So you can do the quiet drying, which is going to take a little bit longer, or you can do the fast drying, which is going to dry that brush in 5 minutes, which is awesome. Then down here, you can do the start self-cleaning, or you have start drying. So really cool to have this app to be able to enhance what your F25 ACE can do. One of the big benefits of the F25 ACE is it's able to maneuver a lot easier with this SlideTec 2.0 features. So here on the back, you can see that we have these massive wheels, and there's two features that allow this to work better. First, we have power assist. So this is when you are mopping and vacuuming, it's able to propel the vacuum forward or back much easier because of the AI algorithms that it have to adjust based on how much pressure you give it. And then you also have twist assist. So when you're turning corners, it's able to adjust and turn the wheels separately to have it make a more fluid turn and go quicker around corners. Let's check this out. Already it's so smooth and easy to push. It's really just floating on the ground.
Makes that turning around that corner very easy to do. Let's try it versus the F25. So here you can see the ACE with the bigger wheels and over the F25. Now these are both really smooth, but you can tell the ACE is very effortless. And especially turning left and right there.
Now one of the big benefits of Twist Assist is it makes it so easy to turn, even my kids can now use this to clean the home. All right, it's your turn.
This is so easy.
Now one of the big benefits of having the water tank low to the ground is it puts more maneuverability down lower so it's easier to manage, and then it also puts 20 newtons of pressure down on the floor. The more pressure you have, the more scrubbing it's going to do to get your floors clean.
Now that we're done cleaning for the day, let's put these back on the smart self-cleaning stations. Now let's talk more about how beneficial these actually are. Now inside there is no water. All the water comes from the water tanks from the actual mops, but inside the self-cleaning, it allows it to charge the F25 series. Now, another benefit of that is right here on the front, there is no way to touch the roller while it's going through that cleaning process and heating process. So it's much more safe to have in your home, where I've seen other brands of these where it has the heating element or the brush right there. Not very safe, especially when we have kids running around all over the place. So I really like the design of these. Another great benefit of the way that this cleans is when you are cleaning on other stations, the roller brush just cleans in one direction, so it becomes very flat and not puffed up and nice and dry and clean. Where this, it does two rolling directions while it is going through the cleaning process. So it's able to clean it one way and then it goes through the other way, and that's able to make the brush get fluffy and clean and ready for next time. And then it's also doing the dirt detection as it's cleaning so that it knows how much time to clean the roller so that it's not over cleaning and wearing out that brush again. Now last is to test how long it's going to take to dry. So once we put it on the charging station here, we just need to push the cleaning button. It's then going to go through the cleaning, and then it takes about 5 minutes to dry, and it's going to heat it up to about that 190 degrees as it's drying, and should be 5 minutes. But you do have some options where if you want it to dry at night, it's gonna be a more quiet dry and it's gonna take a little bit longer. So let's get these cleaned. Just like that.
And here, when it's going through the self-washing cycle, the hot water and the hot air drying can reach up to 90 degrees Celsius or 194 degrees Fahrenheit. Now here I removed the water tank so we could see that a little bit better, but this is always gonna be on protecting the roller. Now it is going through the drying process, slowly turning that and drying as it is going. Another thing is, not only is it going to make sure that the whole brush is clean, but the drying is also cleaning everything underneath, so there's going to be no moisture left, so that it's not going to get mildewy or anything like that as it sits on here ready for the next time you clean. And here it is set to the hot drying mode. Is a little bit louder, but it's going to take much less time. And so now it's all nice and completely dry, and it's ready to clean for next time. Now while it is charging, you have a few extra things you can do. First is you can switch the drying mode. So right now it's set to fast drying mode, but if I hold down the mode button,
Drying mode has been changed to quiet drying. Hot air drying. Drying has stopped.
and here's the volume of fast drying mode.
Drying has stopped.
And then here on the self-cleaning button, if I hold that down, that will start the drying or stop the drying. Maybe you just need it to get a little extra dry.
Hot air drying. Drying has stopped.
And then when it is off the charging base, you can hold this down and it's going to change the volume of the speaking.
Volume down. Voice off. Volume up.
So then you're going to press it to start it and stop it, and then if you hold it down, that's going to put it into standby mode. Now we need to empty and clean the tank, but then you'll also have to regularly do a deep clean. Let me show you how to do that real quick.
Now, when you clean this, you're going to typically just remove this and clean that out. But to go deep and clean a little bit more, we do have the little hole right here where you're going to use the scrub brush that it came with. So we just need to, we can pull that off, make it a little easier to get to, pop it down, and then here we can go through and clean that right out so it can really get all the way down to where the brush is. So we're gonna remove that as well because that connects all the way down into there. So we're just gonna lay that flat, push that all the way down, and that's going to fully clean your F25. And then you could also kind of stick it in this way and clean that out and make sure that all of this is clean. So as long as you're doing that regularly, you should have no problems making this last for a very long time. So that is the new Roborock F25 series. Over here we have the F25 and then the F25 ACE. There are also some other models that remove a few features, but these have been really great to have. Now, I think it was great that so many features were similar between these two. My favorite being the 180-degree FlatReach technology, so it could go all the way under the couch. Works on all of these. That was really great. And then I love that with the ACE, you have the extra maneuverability with the wheels being able to turn and drive a little bit easier. And then you have the app functionality where you can go in and really fine tune how you're doing the cleaning. But overall, these are going to be able to clean up the floor so quick. It's going to be great to get ready for my videos. I'm going to have the floor clean in no time. So if you have any further questions about the F25 series, make sure you check out the link down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.